Kimmich is a slut. Kimmich is a slut.
I like the corn acapella there.
Thanks.
Boom, bap, da, 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 yeah.
Hey, it's called corn scat.
Corn scat.
Are you emotionally and physically prepared for what I am about to tell you?
What are you about to tell me?
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Literally everybody I went to high school kept quoting Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I just can't.
I wanted to bring it back.
I just can't. I hear it, I'm like, ugh.
I just can't anymore. For God's sake, let it end.
You get it, where like something is funny, and you're like, haha, and then like, you know, it gets quoted, and you're like, haha, and then it gets said, and haha, and it gets less funny every time. And eventually, it's no longer funny. And eventually, it's annoying. And after that, it's a fucking war crime. And I shouldn't be tried if I stab you.
Have we hit it's a war crime?
Not you specifically.
Have we hit it's a war crime? I need to know if I should lock my doors.
You should probably lock your doors anyway. You live in the fucking middle of nowhere.
No, that's
kidding?
why I don't lock my doors. Duh.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You know bears can open those, right?
Fuck, what? Dude, actually, there's a bear that like lives around where I work. So on Sunday we had a bear sighting, and I think we should start marketing it like, come to our zoo. You can look at the bear from the chairlift. Like you can just float over the bear as he lounges for his afternoon nap.
It's a black bear, right?
Yeah, it's a black bear.
Yeah, black bears are fucking like nothing.
Yeah, no, it's not like a fucking grizzly or a polar bear where they're gonna come out of the woods and kill you. Not that a polar bear would come out of woods, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, yes.
Bears, danger, Battlestar Galactica.
I mean, the bear we have around here is a black bear.
Yes, Brittany scared it once.
Bear in our neighborhood ripped open the door of a car because they left a bag of dog food in it. That's right. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna start leaving dog food in people's cars. Yeah, my favorite Brittany and the Bear story. I don't know if I've already told this on the podcast, but Brittany came in from outside one of the times I was visiting, and she just goes, "There's a bear out there." And I think Jasmine was over, and we were both very concerned. And she goes, "I didn't know what to do, so I just said, 'Hi, bear.'" And he fell over and ran away because he was terrified.
I mean, yeah, the bears we have are closer to Woody the Pooh kind of bears.
Yeah, just kind of a lot.
What's new? What's
Would you
what's
say
new?
You're asking what is good in the hood?
No, it's more like what's going on, like in the world. What's? There's something on Twitter that was hilarious.
Was it my post on Blue Sky today? It's
no,
not Twitter, Gamage. Get over it.
It's just Twitter. It's just Twitter that's funny. So, as you know, Elon Musk bought Twitter, and he ran it into the ground because he's a fucking child with $1 billion. Like, that's what you get. And the really funny bit is, fact checker says it's called X now, and that fact checker is wrong. That's a wrong fact. That's a bad fact.
It's called Twitter X because he wants it to be called X, and nobody else does.
Yeah, and I don't even want to do the formerly known as Twitter. Like, that's stupid too.
How long do you think it's going to be called formerly known as Twitter? Like, it's been years.
It's going to be Twitter. It's going to be Twitter forever. And because that's what it was, that's what he bought it. And like the whole him
Twitter
trying to rebrand it is just a ploy.
A nightmare for everyone involved.
So I don't know if you know this, but he's very right wing and pushing like, oh, the truth and free speech and blah blah blah. But then he was like banning accounts that were advocating for donations to Kamala Harris's campaign.
Yeah,
that was funny.
He's done that shit multiple times where he's like, while Twitter or X is the birthplace of freedom of speech, but also I'm going to ban you if you have different opinions than me. Goodbye.
But what's even funnier is right now, because as a lot of people know that Twitter, a lot of advertisers don't want to be on Twitter anymore because, well, the free market, baby, is they don't want their products and promotions affiliating with fucking Twitter. So they're like, we're going to pull our ads from here. Thanks.
Yeah, with a silly little bitch.
So I guess Elon Musk and Twitter are suing them to get to force them to have ads on Twitter.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what? Also, coincidentally, that same exact reason is why Twitter now sponsors us.
Yes, we are
Because
sponsored
we're
by
garbage people. Sponsored by garbage people.
Twitter. Brought to you by Twitter.
X. I like fact checkers' question, what's the X version of a tweet?
Um,
A
the X
A
version of
zeet?
a tweet it implies inverse. So like a tweet is like a sound from your mouth. It has to be fart, right? It's a toot.
Well, I think Twitter,
It's a twoot.
a Twitter and a tweet are both plays. It's a tweet. Sorry. My brain just registered.
It said that like an
Yelled
hour ago.
the word twoot.
Do you use Twitter? Are you tootin'?
Twoot. Oh, fuck. I lost. Yeah. Yes, it's a twoot. I have nothing better than that. It's a twoot.
Well, moving on.
Oh, Jesus. You know Jesus is thirsty?
Jesus is thirsty. Did you know that Jesus might be... What if Jesus was Lord?
What if Jesus was thirst?
Jesus is thirst.
Jesus is thirst. Now sponsored by Holy Water. Jesus is thirst.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the welcome too.
Oh, no, I just wanted the people to know that Jesus is thirst. Brittany, you're not muted.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you know.
Are you choking?
It does
She just
kinda
randomly
sound
goes,
like it.
Are you okay?
Are you alive?
You are not muted. We just heard you
No,
choke.
yeah, and now you're muted. The fuck?
It still says unmuted for me.
Mm.
Okay, there it goes.
Dude, one time I was in a video meeting and this guy, he's in the middle of talking and he just started like the most horrendous tuberculosis cough I've ever
I
heard
get it,
in my
man.
life. No, it was like, and so at the next
But like I've been
not
there.
a single human being in that meeting said anything. No one said, "Are
Because
you
it's
okay?"
embarrassing. I get it.
Nothing.
Because
It was-
I was just talking to Brittany the other day about how like I eat and chew really fast, but like I've never once had like a choke scare in my life. But I choke on saliva like twice a week. To a point where like I feel like I'm going to die. It's weird. I don't know.
I was gonna say, do you ever choke and then while you're actively choking and people are looking at you internally, you wonder how you've gotten this far in life if you don't even know how to do this right?
Yes,
Like, I don't
and
even know
like
how to breathe. I just choked on my own fucking spit.
and I also do the thing where like I'll like just hold it in for a bit to lead people to think
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'm fine.
Even
and
though
then
your
like
face turns as
and
red
you're
as
like,
a tomato and you're like
and you're
dying
waiting
on the
and you're
floor.
waiting and you're just like I'll let it build up and then I'll get one good clearing cough out. That'll do it. Everybody
Yeah.
knows.
And it
Everybody's been there.
always works like that. Yeah, why are we afraid of coughing in front of each other? Like, I get now that COVID happened, but this was a thing before that. It's just worse now.
Oh, what was it? Which state was it that just banned face masks statewide? I mean, they're 4 years
I
fucking
don't
too
know, probably
late.
like Alabama or Texas. Maybe Florida.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's one of the three of those. Those are the culprits.
I think the worst coughing fit I've ever had was is again when I choked on my saliva, but it was like while I was eating like a bunch of like sour taffy, like Laffy Taffy or some shit. And
That sounds
so
deeply
it was
unpleasant.
like so it's like acidic saliva. So like it's caustic and I'm dying and I'm coughing and each cough hurts more and more. Ugh. I'll take a kidney stone any day over that.
That sounds fucking terrible. One time when I was a kid, I choked on I shit you not, a single grain of rice. And I thought I was gonna die. And
That's
my
all it takes.
my older sister, I was like it's the longest and worst cough I've ever experienced, and it wouldn't leave my body. And I kept asking my sister for help because I was like 8. And she just looked at me and said, "If you're making sounds, you're fine," and walked away. I was like, "Oh my God."
It's not quite entirely true.
I was like, "I hope you're correct because I think I'm about to die, but okay."
Fact checker said New York and North Carolina ban masks, which is
That's close
crazy.
enough
You
to
know
Texas,
that
Alabama, and
masks.
Florida.
I don't. But medical masks are okay. Oh, okay. But
Can I
that's
still
stupid.
dress
That's
up
stupid.
as Nixon for Halloween, or is that banned too? Do I have to face paint him?
Mask bans are in response to pro-Palestinian protests. Would not target medical mask wearing, but critics are skeptical, especially since you could just wear a medical mask for your protest.
Yeah,
Like,
loopholes, bitch.
it's kind of stupid. It honestly feels like some right-wing politicians were like, yeah, we'll get one on them liberals, but it's
You
not.
know,
It's stupid, and you're stupid.
it feels a little like you're passing strange shit to ban the freedom of speech, which y'all seem to really want to keep.
But anyway, we're a podcast. It's a podcast called, we have that podcast at home, also known as Whitpa, which is my friend from back east, Johnny Whitpa.
Yep. He's a cool
He
guy,
went to
that
prison.
Johnny.
He went to prison for trading in fentanyl, and that sucks. But I mean, he shouldn't be in that. Get out of that business, bro.
To be fair, the only reason he got caught is because he wore a non-medical mask to a Palestinian protest.
Yeah, I mean, also having fentanyl on him, that didn't help. But
No, that just sealed his fate.
I'm also on brand Gamage, and that's on brand Rachel.
And we're the only podcast to bravely venture into the unknown and reproduce Garfield the cat, but like live and in person. What I mean by that is we found an extremely rotund orange cat. If anybody is missing an extremely rotund orange cat, please call Gamage at 717-1234. It's again 717.
Rachel, you can't put a real number. You can't put a real number up. You have
Call
to do the
that number. Tell me
you
if it's
have
real.
to do the 555. You're going to be calling a random person, and you can actually get in trouble for that. It's like,
Can you really?
consider it's doxing. It's like not really doxing, but like it could be seen as doxing, and that's not okay. That's why all like in comic books and movies and TV shows, all phone numbers are
It's
555.
555-6969. You know what? I love accidentally harassing people. Call that number. Ask about your fat orange cat.
I'm not putting any of that in because I'm not going to risk it.
Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home. I'm on brand Rachel.
I'm on brand Gamage, and this is our off-brand podcast. It's the only podcast with a direct line to the one true God. Go on, ask any question.
And
Go on,
yes,
right
he
now.
already knows that Jesus is thirsty. Please don't ask him about that. He's been asked 100 times already today.
Yeah. Listener, take a moment. I know you're in your car. Just ask the question to us. Right now, we can hear it through your podcast. Ask.
Yeah,
Go.
we'll wait.
Oh. All right. Hold on. Let me ask. Yeah. Yeah, you heard. I know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I love you too, God. Yeah, okay. So his answer is to buy stocks in Charleston Chews. This might actually not be God.
Well, his business card said God.
I mean, he had a business card.
I mean, granted, it also said that he works for Charleston Chew, but it does say that the name is God.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
His assistant is even named Jesus. I don't understand.
Each week we play Russian roulette with our success and spin a wheel to designate the topic of the podcast. Last week we were finishing up that never-ending good time, and we happen to land on comedy.
And for comedy this week, we're going to talk about the evolution of the famous Dogagon Falcor.
Psych, we're judging people. We love to
Ha
judge
ha!
people. We're presenting each other cases, and from there we will decide if they're assholes or not. I'm kind of upset because I'm going through mine. I got a lot of gold ones in the last couple days.
Okay.
I got a lot of golden ones, but the problem is that a lot of these people deleted them because they are obviously fucking assholes. Like hella assholes. Like one of them, I mean, I'm not. I read it, so I remember what it was. But like this guy was basically like, "Am I the asshole for refusing to letting my daughter reconnect with me? Basically, I cheated on my wife, and then I tried to force my daughter visit, and she hated it, and so I hate them, and blah blah blah, and whatever. And now like the mother died, and now she's like reaching out to me now that she has like a grandson, or now that she has a son, and I don't want to. Am I the asshole?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, you fucking cheated.
You are indeed a dick."
You put yourself in this position. Anyway.
Okay, so let me tell you about my experience finding Am I the Assholes? I definitely have a couple nuggets that are fantastic, and then I saved a whole shit ton that are maybe just like, I'm sure we'll make short work of them, but they're maybe just okay, because a lot of this month's Am I the Assholes surrounded around blatant cheating, hitting our significant others, whether it be slapping, quote, love tapping, end quote, or
Bitch,
just straight up punching people. It was very odd.
Did you get that from AITAH? Because I said I was taking those ones.
All of the ones about hitting people?
Am I the asshole? No, the ones from subreddit r/AITAH and not r/am I the asshole.
I gotta be honest with you. I did not realize. I always forget that they are two different ones.
Yeah, but I was even saying, like, if you want to do like different ones, like I'm just grabbing the ones from this subreddit.
I did not understand what you meant by that, and now I get it.
The English words that are used in the English language. Great.
Sometimes
Super.
I skim your messages.
Fucking cool. If you even look at them.
Well, I doubt we're gonna have a whole lot of crossover, but I did find a couple very entertaining ones.
Like you literally like named off a bunch that I already.
No, I didn't save any of those. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
I was trying to avoid getting stuck in that fucking conflict hell. So.
But those are fun.
No, you go for it. I just wanted to diversify.
I mean, that's fine. I was more worried about like just sticking to different subreddits because. Like, I was worried that some were going to get cross-posted anyway, but...
Okay, so now I understand what the fuck you're saying. I gotta be honest, every time I try to...
Because that was your concern.
Well, no, it was less of that and more of... My concern was us repeating them episode to episode, not me and you physically having crossover. That was just a bonus of, oh, if it's already saved, you don't have to save it a second time.
I mean, I won't repeat them because I always just sort by within the week or the last month.
Gotcha.
And we only do them like every 5 weeks, so there won't be the issue of running into the same ones.
Yeah, well,
and once like best of the month.
Once you said that, I was like, okay, that's a reasonable way to avoid it, and now I understand to avoid. I gotta be honest, every time I go to search for the Am I the Asshole subreddit, I can't remember if it's fully spelled out or if it's the shorthand, and I went with the shorthand this time.
There's a couple shorthand ones too.
I was wondering why the tags were different.
Well, I have some older ones, so I mean, if I run out of the newer ones,
worst case scenario, if you have one,
I have a bunch, so
yeah, I do too. I don't think we're gonna have a problem here.
Let's jump right into it. You go.
Oh.
I won't. I refuse.
I'm not doing this anymore. You fucked up.
I'm gonna open this bag of Skittles and I'm gonna eat it.
Well,
this is the sound of me eating Skittles.
Chew louder. I want to hear it. I want to hear you eat Skittles and ignore me.
I'm not eating Skittles.
Are you sad about it?
I was lying. I was trying to get you guys to like me.
How'd that work for you?
It's awful on my self-esteem. All right, yeah. Give me a case. I want to judge. I want to detectify people.
Yeah, get your gavel ready. Am I the asshole For laughing in my cousin's face when she tried to stage an intervention for my quote drug use. End quote.
I'm gonna guess no.
Any reasons why, or just gonna stick with no?
Because if the person has the fucking nerve to like post about it on Am I the Asshole, I assume that it's because like it's a medical thing and like they're actually taking something, and the cousin's stupid and self-righteous and thinks that they're doing a something good when actually they're just being a fucking twat.
I feel
I
like
feel like that's a pretty good
I
guess.
feel like that's actually really fair logic. Let's dive in. I, 27 male, have a condition. Oh, you already got it right. Have a condition which causes me to overproduce earwax. I don't tell people about it because I was bullied for it growing up. Only my
that is
wife
a
and
that is a turn I wasn't expecting though.
I of all the medical conditions they could have listed, that's not really where I thought it was
Now,
going.
if this leads to like, oh, I'm taking fentanyl for my overabundant
Wait,
earwax, like, shut
wait.
the no, it's not a
Do you
thing.
think this is like, oh, I smoke weed? Because if you, most people don't realize this, but you get cotton mouth from weed, but you also get cotton ears, and it gets rid of my earwax by drying it out.
It cancels it out, you see.
Yeah. Only my wife and parents know. Every other day, I have to put medication in each ear. Oh my god, if this person has an intervention about them putting medication in their fucking ear, I'm gonna lose my mind. I have to put
What fucking
medication in each ear, let it sit, then flush it out with a rubber tipped syringe. This prevents ear infections, vertigo, permanent hearing loss, and worsening of my tinnitus.
He's clearly doing heroin in the ears is what's happening here.
Obviously, he's just smoking it via the ear. I've dealt with all of these things to some extent, so I stay on top of my eardrop regimen. If my alarm goes off when I'm with others, I go to the bathroom for 20 minutes and knock it out. If I don't follow my schedule, I forget, so I can't put it off. 2 weeks ago, my mom hosted family dinner. My cousin Kara saw me waltz off to the bathroom to do my thing, syringe in hand, and asked what I was doing. I said just a minor medical thing. She kept pushing, but I didn't want to say anything because she gossips. I told her it's personal and scooted past. When I left, she was standing in the hallway. She asked what took so long and why the toilet didn't flush, and what the fuck? I'm holding a syringe and walk to the bathroom for, quote, medical purposes. And you wonder why I didn't flush the toilet. What the fuck? Like, what if I'm stabbing myself in the ass with insulin? Leave me alone.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, yeah. It's that like, oh, well, you're like you didn't flush. It's basically like leading through things of like, I know you weren't using the bathroom.
It's just
Kind
weird
of
when
bullshit.
it's like I announced, I'm gonna go into the bathroom to wash my hands. And then when I come out, you go, why didn't you flush? Because I just went in there to do something the fuck else.
I mean, that's a good point, but we weren't there,
Last
so we don't know exactly how the conversation went. Go on.
Last weekend, my friend called me to invite me out to lunch with some buddies. He said to meet up at his house so we wouldn't have to drive separately. I arrive at his house to find Kara and my friends sitting solemnly on the couch. Kara said that they were here to talk about my quote problem, end quote, and that they just wanted to help. I said there's no problem. Suddenly it clicked in my head what this was about. I couldn't help but laugh out of shock. She said what was so funny, and I said, first of all, why didn't you talk to my wife or my parents? She said she didn't want to involve my quote enablers, end quote, which just made me laugh harder. She looked annoyed and said she was done trying to help me. I said that's fine by me, and she stormed out. I explained to my friends. They knew I have a condition but had never pressed me on it. I guess when Kara approached them, they thought I was lying. Obviously, I'd rather they know than worry about me being an addict when I'm not. I thank them for their support anyway, and Kara had apparently reached out to all of my friends through social media. We all got a good hearty laugh, which Kara must have heard because she was, of course, eavesdropping, and she burst back in and told me to tell them the truth, to which I said I did. My friend kicked her out, we went for lunch, and that was that.
Now she sucks, of course. She sounds kind of awful to have around generally, but I do have to say that you kind of set this up for yourself. It's a dumb condition that you have. Like nobody cares that you have a lot of earwax.
If an
like
adult
I don't know why you're
makes
keeping
fun
it
of
a
you
secret.
because you have a lot of earwax, do not have that adult in your life.
Well, I'm saying that, like, you know, she's like, "What are you doing?" Like, "Oh, I'm going to the bathroom," a small medical thing, because you're keeping your weird earwax thing a
Yeah.
secret, and then she thinks you're doing drugs because you're being very sketchy about it. I kind of get it. I kind of get it. I mean, she's the asshole overall for sure, but you definitely could have just been like, "I have a lot of earwax. Okay, it's stupid, and I don't know why it's a big deal, but there it is."
It's like, and we're done with this.
Yeah, it's. I don't know why you're keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Yeah, she is definitely the asshole, hands down. But it is funny to me that, like, you got made fun of as a kid, and then as an adult, you won't just be like, yeah, dude, I have like crazy earwax. I get not
I
telling
mean,
people at work or something, but at a fucking family function, just, I don't know. Don't be weird about your earwax. Don't be shamed.
it's pretty weird, man. Like
You've just
look,
got
kids are gonna
natural
make fun of you for dumb
candles
things,
in
but
your ear. Shrek wasn't
yes,
ashamed of it. You shouldn't be ashamed of it.
I know the kids called you dumb things like candle face and wick ear, but like you got to move past it.
Wick ear. Oh,
Okay, moving on.
you're up. Let me pull out my gavel of judgment. Because he had a needle.
Fact checker asked, "How often do people demand to know why someone is going to the bathroom?" I mean,
She was
it
just
sounds like
wondering because she was asking why he had a needle with him.
I mean, she sounds fucking nosy as shit,
Sorry,
but
syringe, not a needle, which is also overly nosy because there is no needle attached to the syringe, I'm sure. So yeah, you're right.
yeah.
It's extra weird.
Well, she thought that he was shooting up via Wi-Fi or osmosis.
Also, side note, if you're
It's a Wi-Fi
so
syringe.
if you're so like locked up tight about your fucking earwax secret, why wouldn't you just stick the syringe in your pocket or something?
Yeah, I mean, there's some holes here, and it's silly, but
There's some oddities going on. All right, next judgment. Let's go.
am I the asshole for telling my wife, quote unquote, if I can touch them, they are real?
This reminds me of the dad in Neverending Story. If I can see it, it's real. If I see it, it is real and it exists and I see it.
Rachel, we need to leave. We need to leave all that behind.
No, Gamage, it's never
They're gone.
ending.
They're
It's
dead.
here forever.
But Barney's gone. Barney's dead. It's over.
You struggled through that.
I forgot his name, and I was kind of happy for it. Now I'm
Maybe
upset.
if we resurrect him, the purple dinosaur will return as well, and just all Barneys will return to Earth for Halloween. Just one day where the veil between the Barney universe and ours is thinner. um,
It's called the Barneyverse. Anyway, is this person the asshole?
I'm really trying to figure this out. I'm trying to plan all of the possible. I feel like I want to say yes, but I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with they're not the asshole.
I mean, yeah, like when you immediately hear like, "Oh, I told my wife if I could touch them, they're real." Like that sounds like a douche move, but
But also, if she's like, I don't want to get fake boobs because they're not real, and he's like, if I can touch them, they're real enough. It seems
yeah.
like it's a
All right.
supportive comment that's just not hitting right.
My wife is beautiful. This person, not this isn't me.
No, I want you to keep reading it in the voice.
My wife is beautiful. She is kind and loving wife and mother. However, she is very judgmental about other women's bodies. Red flag. I don't know why. She's in great shape for another of two. For a mother of two. God damn with these people.
I saved one specifically because the writing was bad in the title.
Oh,
I'm
good.
excited to read it to you.
She still runs for exercise. I find her sexy, but she likes to pick other women apart. We were at a party, and my wife pointed out a woman in a sundress that she said had just gotten breast implants. I looked. They seemed fine. Nothing grotesque. She kept going on and on about fake breasts. She asked me if I liked the fake breasts. I said that they looked fine, and if the lady wanted them, it was her business and not mine. It wasn't enough for her. She asked if I would be happy if she did that to her body. I said that I loved her the way she was, but that it was her body. If she wanted to do it, that I would support her. Apparently, that was the wrong answer. She started in on me, wanting her to get fake tits. Her words, not mine. I said that I had not said that, or even implied it. She said that they are fake and that the real thing is better. I said, if I can touch them, they are real. What I meant to say was that breasts are not holographic or anything, and that my hand is not going to pass through them.
What? I like the description of what you're like. Let me explain what I meant by this.
I meant that like they're tangible. They're not like fucking illusions. She took it to mean that I wanted to touch the other woman's breasts. She's pissed at me, but I was just trying to humor her. I'm gonna say not the asshole on that. Like,
yeah, that was an easy one. Definitely not the asshole.
that definitely sounds like a "would you love me if I was a worm" bullshit. Like you ask this kind of weird questioning, and then you're gonna be upset no matter what the outcome is.
Yeah.
And I mean, it sounds like he's very respectful. Like, that's her business, not mine. If you wanted to get him, I don't care. You do it if you want. I'll love you still the same. Like, that's commendable. She sounds exhausting though. Oh, that's what the top comment says too. Not the asshole, but she sounds exhausted.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like somebody that, you know, when you grab the bridge of your nose and you just kind of give a that sounds
What?
like that's what I would do permanently if I was around your wife.
Is that like a sinus exercise? What?
No, like the sign of frustration when you grab that spot between your eyes on your nose and you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, a sigh. It's just
Yeah.
a sigh, girl.
No, it's like
Face palm is what.
it's none of what the two of you are saying. Those are two different things, but fuck it, whatever.
I mean, it is a sigh. It's
Yes,
just
it
a
is.
sigh,
I was
like,
saying it's attached
while,
to a sigh. It's a
Yes.
physical sigh, if you will.
It's like you're massaging. Not, it used to be the temples where like you'd like
Yeah,
massage the
same
temple with
gist,
one
yeah.
finger and sigh. But I think in nowadays it's the bridge of the nose, because that's another pressure point. It does the same thing, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
It's the exasperated face. All right.
I'll exasperate
I went
your
and
face.
found the one that has a typo in it just so it could be followed up by this one. I don't know if the rest
good.
of it reads poorly, but the title is good. Am I the asshole for telling a single mother of 4 she has to replace the 2 fake swards her children broke?
I read that one earlier. Telling the mother that her children she has to replace the 2 swords that her children broke.
Yeah,
That's what it was,
no,
right?
the 2 swards her children
Yes.
broke. Yes.
I'm gonna guess no, because I assume that it's somewhere you work and you're doing like the thing of like, hey, lady, your children broke it, you buy it. That's what happens when you have kids. You take responsibility for that.
Yep. Fair assessment. I'm gonna say you're an asshole just so that we have some
Okay,
diversity
all
in
right,
answering.
that's cool. Oh, that guy, yes.
What?
I thought you were calling me an asshole for saying my anti-children thing. I don't know.
Oh, Gamage is an asshole, and he does own fake swards. So this is all very relevant. For some
I have
background,
a family sword.
I have a family sword. Can you please say it like that anytime you tell people now? This is my family sword. Sword?
I think I will from now on,
Sword.
yes. Go on.
Sword. Sword. For some background, my older sister has her what? Oh my god, hold on.
Is it really bad?
For some background, there is no comma. My older sister has her boyfriend's mom and his 4 younger siblings living in her house. Okay, sorry. It was just hard to read initially. It is my sister's house. His mother was only supposed to be there temporarily. However, she has not made any progress in getting on her feet as she has a part-time job but spends all her money on her boyfriend. Now, I don't think there are any bad kids, but these kids are a handful. They break everything and trash my sister's house. They urinate on the carpet in their rooms and leave food under their beds, even though my sister doesn't allow food in the bedrooms and they have their own bathroom. I like how you said, I don't think there are any bad kids, but these kids piss on the floor. What the fuck are you on? If they're not like in diapers still at an appropriate age and that just occasionally happens or something, there is no fucking excuse for that. They're very disrespectful to literally everyone and even hit me and my sister multiple times. And if anyone tries to discipline them, they run crying to their mother and she'll scream at you, saying you have no right to correct your children. This sounds horrifying. So
Yeah,
anyway,
I know people like this.
I met a lady at my job that had kids like this recently. Did I tell you about this?
No.
Okay, so
Yes.
is it yes or no?
I'm gonna say yes because I feel like you. Because this sounds really familiar, and I'm chalking it up to my weird brain for not remembering. But I feel like you told me.
All right, let me just give a spark note just in case. Her
Cool.
kids are terrifying. She's definitely a drunk absentee mother, so there's a lot
I'm
happening in their
remembering this more and
household.
more and more.
One of the kids started crying and she goes, "Oh, honey, honey, it's okay. I know these are fake tears." And he's full face in the stomach wailing like, "Ah!" And then she says, "Sweetheart, I know they're fake." And he immediately stops crying. So he's going, "Ah! How did you know?" Just like,
You have foiled me, mother.
immediately, yeah, like cuts off his fake crying, stares straight up at her, blank faced. "How did you know?" Just it
That's some
was
psychopath
creepy
shit.
as fuck. All right.
It's an odd
Uh,
childhood. That's an
anyway,
odd fucking environment for kids
they
happening
sound like
there.
they piss on the floor. So anyway, a while back, I was staying at my sister's house for a weekend, and I brought 2 light up swords. They seem to have spelled it wrong. 2 light up swords. They are cheap toys from Walmart that I got to teach my younger siblings how to use swords safely. That's
Jesus
just a
Christ.
weird
How
sentence.
how do you get through so many times spelling swords that way? It's statistically impossible. I
No,
don't believe this story actually.
Gamage, they're spelling it sword. I'm just correcting it to
Okay.
sword.
Okay. Okay.
All
My
right.
bad.
Uh, B stands for bitch, and it's what they're calling the boyfriend's mom. Bitch
Oh.
was with me when I bought them, so she knows that they were mine and what I got them for. Because I knew how destructive these kids can be, I hid the swords in the closet by the front door. And how do you spell swords wrong though? Because the A and the O are on opposite sides of the keyboard.
I don't know.
Because I forgot to grab them. Something hid the swords in a closet by the front door, and then when I went home I forgot to grab them but didn't notice until I got home. I figured they'd be fine until my next visit. Fast forward to the next time. God, there's so much information. The bitches 2 boys are playing with my swords without my permission. I checked the closet to make sure she hadn't gotten them the same swords, and they were there, hidden. And they weren't there, hidden. Oh my Jesus fuck. They were, in fact, my swords. I'm so bored of this already.
Yeah,
There's,
they broke it
holy
because they're
fuck,
dirt
there's like
awful children.
6 more pages of this. I'm not reading this.
I mean, we get it. Like,
Yeah,
these are
this is,
terrible children from a terrible parent, and this. I have these people in my family. Like, I know it. I get it. I understand it. I've seen it. I've lived it. You're not an asshole. You're not getting your money back. There's
I'm
no fucking way.
I'm gonna go with no assholes, because also
I'm not.
you left them there and didn't come back for them, and you knew that this was gonna happen. So it's a little bit on you.
I also get like getting something and then taking it home and being cool. I mean, not necessarily home, I guess, but then like putting it somewhere so you come back for it later, and then it's just all gone, and you're like, oh, that sucks. I was wanting to experience that, but that's fine too, I guess.
Yeah. Like I'm going with no assholes here, because I don't think this really relates to the mom, other than she just generally sucks.
No, she sucks. She's an asshole, and she's not going to pay back. I know. I know she's not.
Yeah. She just sounds like a twat, is what it is. Lots of twats here.
A lot of twats. Even the kids. Kids are twats.
Kids are even bigger twats than the mom.
All right. Am I the asshole for reporting all my 9-year-old daughter's TikTok videos?
Oh, I saw this one.
Then you have formulated an opinion, yes?
Yes. I want to say yes. I want to say yes.
I want to say no.
All right. Let's find out.
Simply because they're 9 years old. Like, probably shouldn't have a TikTok. I don't know the age
Yeah, but
requirement, but I'm
you,
sure
like,
9 is way under it.
it feels like reporting all of their videos versus just talking to your kid about either you let them have one and now we're here, or you didn't know that they had one, and why not just make them fucking delete their account and be like, you were a child. Get the fuck off the internet.
I mean, it could be. The fact checker says TikTok requires you to be 13 to make an account.
Well, that
Yeah,
9-year-old's
so
a fucking asshole then.
yeah, I don't know how this 9-year-old got the ability to even make a TikTok, but
What do you
it
mean
could be
got the
from
ability? Did you not learn how to lie about your age on the internet?
No, I don't know how. When I was 9 years old, I didn't have a fucking smartphone.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. When
And I
you were
hope
young,
9-year-olds don't have smartphones now.
they probably have computers or tablets though. Every child has a tablet
Yeah, but
now.
I think you have to TikTok on a phone or I guess a laptop.
No, it's an app. You could just do an iPad.
I mean, that's a smart device. I'm
Oh, I
still in the
see.
right.
You're trying to negate all smart devices.
I mean, yeah, like if you give your 9-year-old a smart device, it should be parent locked. So, but let's
I don't
read
disagree.
into this.
Continue.
I'm gonna say that this person's not being an asshole because I'm guessing there's some like situation where like he's not able to just be like, give me that, fucking stop. Otherwise, why would he be posting about it on the internet? I hope. I'm being optimistic. All right.
Did Brittany pass her choking curse on to you?
No, I don't choke. I was just saying that. Only my own spit. I recently came across an account belonging to my 9-year-old daughter. First of all, how do you come across that? Like, I don't...
Yeah, I'm real concerned about your process that this
like,
is coming up for you.
Friends of a friend of a friend? That's... Yeah.
I don't...
When I went to her and asked her a bit...
Jesus.
This person did ABT abbreviated because O and U take way too long to type out.
Yeah.
AB. Oh, God, I need to get through this. I'm just my break's almost over. When I went to her and asked her about it, she told me her mom knew about it. I then went to her mom and let her know that I wasn't okay with this at all. She brushed it off and told me all the parental controls she was putting in place. I might just be overprotective of my kids, but I still feel as if the kids that young should not be on TikTok, on the internet, without a high level of supervision by an adult. Agreed. After my concerns were brushed to the side, only thing I could do is to have the account taken down. Guidelines state no one over 13. Yeah, not the asshole.
Yeah, I would say you're not the asshole.
It sounds like it's, you know, a divorced family and mother has custody and fucking only gives like fucking barely a glance at what the kid's doing on the phone.
Yeah, well, and regardless of whether mom said it's okay and is monitoring it, like, if you're supposed to be over the age of 13 and you're not, and your parent doesn't want that, seems like it's their call.
Look, if I'm gonna fucking lay down some brass tacks right here, okay? If you allow
Could
your
you lay
young
down some
child,
copper tacks instead?
no brass,
Is it better
it's got to be
finish?
brass.
Okay.
If you allow your child to have their picture/video on the internet for strangers to see, people are jerking off to it. Okay, I'm sorry, that's happening.
This is not where I was expecting your brass tacks to go.
That's what's that. Look, there's a rabbit hole in YouTube you can go down where like it's there's like code of things that pedophiles will comment and to like signify to other pedophiles to come back to it. I don't know what the code is because I'm not a pedophile.
Like hobo code, but for pedophilia?
Yes, actually, yes. That's
horrifying.
It's very horrifying, and that shit's happening. But like, you know, because preteens are all about, well, I want to be an adult. I wanna be a influencer. So they put their shit all over the internet. And trust me, there's creepy fucking 4chaners out there all over it, doing their hobo pedo code to it.
Yeah.
Not all 4chaners, just the typical ones you know about. Don't at me.
Just 90% of them.
But yeah, like, that's what you have to remember. When you're a parent and your child wants to go on the internet, remember, somebody out there is coding them up.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Don't have
not.
kids. That's
You, this
like I said,
this is your birth control. Your kids will be harassed by creepy people.
I know I'm being harsh. I know I'm being very inappropriate, but that's the truth. That is what's happening. Fucking
Yeah.
take accountability.
Well, and I don't think it's harsh and inappropriate. It is kind of just the reality of the world.
I mean, it's a fucked up thing to say out loud, and you
Is it
know,
fucked up to say out loud that if you let your tiny child on the internet, like they have a higher chance of being like groomed or harassed by an adult human being? I don't think so.
predated, I think, is what it is.
Predated, yes. Not to be confused with predated. That's different.
Yeah, they're spelled the same, but like predated is like a victim of predator. I learned that from Hank Green the other day. Isn't that fun?
What did you
Anyway,
ask me
next
about
asshole.
Hank Green the other day?
Huh?
You sent me something about Hank Green the other day.
Did I?
Yeah, it was one of your fucking gamish thoughts. I'm trying to remember what it was.
God, I don't remember.
It's fine. When I find it, I'll post it and send it to you.
Thanks. You're
Um,
up.
am I the asshole for being culturally insensitive about butter?
Um, I want to say no, but then I'm like, if there's a situation that allows
You'd have
the
to ask this
like
question.
culture comes into butter and you're standing by it, it feels like you might be in the wrong. Does this
Yeah.
have to do with Land O'Lakes?
I
I
don't
feel like it
know.
does.
I don't know.
Go like read it out to
Uh,
me.
I was at my boyfriend's family home. I'm a nurse. My son burnt himself on the grill by smacking his forehead into while playing. He had a
What?
little burn. This is already wild. Um, you just dropped so much life information. I went to the bathroom to clean it up and put some cold water on it. My boyfriend's great grandmother is there. There might be some cultural differences between they are Latina, but she insists on putting butter on my kid's burn. I said no, and his mom came to talk to B, saying I should just do this because it's disrespectful to his great grandmother not to take her advice. She's almost 100. There's no comma, but I did pause for your ears. I told his mother it's disrespectful of them not to listen to me about treating my own child, and I'm a nurse, so I'm
Yeah.
not putting butter on a small burn. The woman in his family tried to bully me again about the butter, and I'm finally got mad and said butter is for cooking. Why would I want it on a burn?
Yeah.
I
That's my thought is because I've heard this old wives' tale before of like, oh, just put butter on. I'm like, so you're gonna baste it? What the fuck are you? That sounds stupid.
I they're
It's fat.
just
It's
they're just preparing you for the wolves, okay? They're
apparent. Yeah,
pre-seasoning the child. I
yeah.
saw
I don't care if you're 100. You might be fucking stupid.
I saw his mom try put it on my kid and I said no fucking butter.
Tattoo that.
I'm gonna tattoo that on my body. Put it on my kid and I said no fucking butter. Holy shit. This person's typing is awful. I took my kid and left. My boyfriend said I am not to treat his family like that, and I should have just let them do it. In his culture, elders are important. I said, in my culture, my boundaries and health are more important than your grandma's ego. We haven't talked since, and my friend said I was being insensitive to my boyfriend and his family. Edit. My
No.
boyfriend is not the father of my son. I am divorced.
Oh well
You're
then.
divorced from fucking grammar and spelling, too. Jesus.
Well, if it's not your kid, then tell Burger King to get the fuck out of your life. Who fucking cares what he and his idiot family think?
Ah, Jesus.
I'm one of those people like, look, okay, age comes, with age comes experience and wisdom. You get those things. But I'm a hardcore D&D player. Wisdom is not intelligence. It's not.
Yes. Holy fuck. That was a ride, start to finish.
Like, you could be wise and have all of these fucking crazy anecdotes under your belt, but like, if you're not a doctor, you're not a doctor. Shut the fuck up.
They don't mean shit. Also, I don't know, like, I feel like if you put butter on a burn too soon after, I feel like somehow that would be bad for it. I can't give you like a
Yes,
scientific reasoning, but it just
I can.
feels
It's
like
fucking
melting
fat.
some melting some fatty ass butter on your burn wouldn't be good for your skin.
You know how you're cooking something and you're like, if I put butter on this, it's gonna cook better and faster. That right there.
You know, when I go outside in the sun, I try to coat myself in some liquid butter
Yeah,
because I've heard
the
that
difference
helps with
between
burns.
like when you do tan oil, that's oil, that's butter, that's fat, that's what that is. My fact checker said my mom used to use cooking oil to tan. It was common in her time. Yeah, it's and
Did
it's
she
not.
use olive
It's
or
not.
avocado?
They didn't have avocado oil then.
Fuck the
Avocado oil
avocados.
is clearly a millennial invention.
Avocados are a millennial invention. They actually didn't exist before 2013. Fun fact, look it up.
Yeah, I think it's stupid, and I don't think that this person's an asshole. I think that this idiot family's an asshole,
Yeah, this is a weird fucking experience.
and culture is important and everything, but like you can't. When you get in a relationship with somebody, that person and the children are the most important thing. Anything that like your family says, like your family takes a back fucking seat. They are secondary now.
Also, like culture and
So
tradition.
if you're fucking, if your mother comes in and they're like, well, I think this, so it's like, that's cool. That's not, you're not in this council meeting. You know that, right?
Also, culture and tradition are cool and all, but there's some things that deserve to be thrown out the window. Like if my family has a tradition of being fucking racist, maybe we shouldn't keep doing that.
Correct.
It's
Oh,
not benefiting anybody here.
Fact checker says that if you have the misfortune to get hot tar on your skin, a fatty substance like butter can help to remove it, reducing the pain and making it easier for doctors to assess the severity of the burn. So,
Did your
butter's
grill have
okay
tar
for
on
a
it?
tar. Yeah, if did your kid run into some tar? If so, then your grandmother's right.
Then
If not,
fuck you. You're an asshole. Grandma's right. Maybe grandma has fucking dementia.
yeah, maybe she should spend the last 4 years of her life going to fucking medical school.
And you need to spend the next 4 years of your life attending a singular English class, because holy fuck.
I thought you were going to say grandma school to counter mine.
No. No. No, that was just a really hard post to read, and she needs help.
Okay. Am I the asshole for leaving my husband after he gave away some of my baby's ashes?
What? What the fuck? Oh my god! Read it again.
Am I the asshole for leaving my husband after he gave away some of my baby's ashes?
No, you're not an asshole. I'm sure it's like a perfectly normal, like he gave a small amount of ashes to grandma and grandpa or something, but no,
That's what I
you're
was
not an
thinking too,
asshole.
but yeah.
You're going through trauma, so I'm gonna go with not an asshole.
Yeah, I'm going to go with not the asshole either.
That's a wild title, though.
I will say, like, first, before I'm even talking about what's happening here, is that when you and your significant other have a kid and the kid dies and you get ashes, you both have to agree where the ashes go. You don't get to, like, well, I want half of the ashes, so I
mean, you
give
can
them...
do that, but you have to agree on that too.
That is true, but it's kind of weird if you do that. I'm moving on. All right.
I
My
actually
daughter
put in
passed...
my will that you and Brittany get 90% of my ashes and the rest of my family has to split the 10%.
Here's a teaspoon for you. Here's a teaspoon for Mima.
Half a teaspoon from Mima. She tried to put butter on my child's burn.
Let me get through this. My daughter passed away in a tragic accident when she was 2 years old. At the time, my stepdaughter was still coming around regularly and we had a decent relationship. We weren't close or anything, but I tried my best to get along for my husband's sake. She was 13 at the time. My daughter passed away, and stepdaughter's mother came to my husband and was asking if she could have some of my daughter's ashes to put in a keepsake for her stepdaughter. I refused off the bat. Not only is stepdaughter not responsible enough for something that important, I don't like the idea of separating my baby's ashes at all. Stepdaughter has since stopped visiting as much, and it's been 3 years since my daughter passed away, and stepdaughter's mom came to me again asking for more ashes.
Is that it?
No, there's more, but more ashes. It tickles
That
me.
implies that she has some.
I think that's what's happening here is she's gonna find out the hard way. But
I'm so excited for this to unfold.
please, sir, may I have some more?
Sir, I've run out of my ashes. Can you please refill my bowl of ashes with your baby's leg?
Stepdaughter's mom came to me again asking for more ashes because stepdaughter lost the keepsake some time ago and was torn up about it. I was shaking because I was clear about not wanting to separate her ashes and asking her what she meant.
She really called it with the kid's gonna lose the ashes too.
I know. And nothing's worse than that when you're like, this person's irresponsible and they're going to be irresponsible with that. And then they are. And you're like, everybody's stupid.
Right. Oh, fuck.
I was clear about not wanting to separate her ashes, and I was asking her what she meant. She told me that after the initial conversation we had 3 years ago, my husband gave her the ashes anyways to put in the keepsake. I confronted my husband on this, and he shrugged it off, saying it wasn't that big of a deal. I packed my bags and took my daughter's urn and went to stay at my sister's house. It's been 2 weeks since I left, and he's been blowing up my phone with phone calls and texts. Some begging and crying, and some telling me I'm an asshole for blowing this out of proportion. Then today, a mutual friend sent me a screenshot of a post made on Facebook from stepdaughter's mother saying I'm punishing my husband for doing something nice for his only living child and that I'm just bitter. I'm so torn up over this. Am I the asshole? I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna go with no for so many reasons.
Like, look, they like in my opinion, they are kind of like just ashes, and like if you want to give a little bit to somebody, that for me, I don't care as much. But like, this is something you wanted, and this was important to you, and the fact that your husband didn't seem to care and fucking went against your wishes, and then the thing that you were saying you didn't want it to do because of this, and that happens. That's fucked, and you're vindicated. That guy sucks. You're not an asshole.
Yeah, I think you're fully entitled to the not an asshole. And also, I don't know, like if the mom specifically came and asked, why would she not? Why is this kid walking around with a vial of ashes? Like, is she wearing it as a necklace? What is happening here?
Well,
How
she's
do you
13,
lose that?
so maybe some kind of, maybe she's a big fan of like Twilight or something. I don't know.
What the fuck does that have to what?
Because of like goth and stuff and dead remains on
You're
you.
saying you're just agreeing with me that she was wearing the dead baby ashes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was saying. Is
I see.
fact checkers said to just give her some fireplace ashes, and I agree. Yep, here you go.
Yeah, it seems like a simple solution where you get to keep all of your baby's ashes, and this child that's gonna lose ashes has something to mourn.
If you're really smart, you'd fucking put Nesquik in a vial and give it to her, and then just like
see
wait
how
and
long
see.
it takes her to
See how
ask you
long it
why the
takes.
baby tastes like chocolate milk powder.
And you're like, why are you eating the baby powder, you fucking weirdo?
It's funny because it would also be called baby powder.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I'm glad. It was really good. I liked it. Fact checker, ants get in it. Fuck.
Anyway, moving on. Your turn. Give me a good one.
All right, are you ready?
I'm not. Okay.
Are you ready now? Okay.
I'm ready.
You sure?
No. Yes.
Am I the asshole for feeding my girlfriend's dog her dildo?
That
was all that you got out of that was, huh.
Bro, I don't have an answer for that.
What do you mean? You don't have an
I
answer for that?
I don't have an answer because like every situation is like, oh well, it was an accident. The dog just ate
No,
ate the
but
dildo.
that's not
I
accidentally the
know,
dog chewed on the dildo. This is, am I the asshole for feeding my girlfriend's
I
dog her
know,
dildo?
I know, and I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. I'm gonna say asshole because the wording
I don't
is
see how there's any other way
purpose.
that this person is not an asshole. I will be stunned if we leave here with, yeah, no, that was perfectly reasonable.
Now I'm expecting it to be that he just worded it stupidly because he's an idiot on the internet, which is common, and he said it incorrectly, and it was like an accident thing. But he's probably an asshole if he actually did it.
I know this isn't going to be the reality of this post because this would be psychotic, but I'm picturing him blending it and then feeding it to the dog.
That can't be it. That
No,
can't
there's
be it.
no way because that would be
There's
psychotic.
no universe.
But that's what I'm picturing in my head.
Fact checkers saying that they just found out there's an adult toy site that has a warranty for dog-related destruction, and I believe it because that sounds very common.
Yeah, that sounds like it would probably come up a lot.
All right, contextualize me.
Last night, I, 36 male, already crazy, came home to find that my girlfriend, 30 female, had found my fleshlight and decided to throw it away. I asked her why, and
Oh
she said
boy.
it's not like I use it or need to use it anymore. I was annoyed and we got in a bit of an argument. I told her I should throw her dildo away too, but she argued she still uses it. Later on, I decided to get...
There's a lot happening in this relationship, first of all.
Yes. Later on, I decided to get even, and so I took her dildo out of her drawer and started playing fetch with her dog. I thought it would be funny seeing her dog run around with a purple dildo in its mouth, but when my girlfriend saw me doing this, she flipped out, grabbed the dildo from her dog, and started hitting me with it. There's more happening in this relationship. Now she's furious at me because her purple dildo is all chewed up. Am I the asshole for getting even? There is an update, just so you know. Do you want me to read it now or after you pass some judgment?
After, because I
Okay.
first want to say I don't believe this
This is
because
insane.
I feel like girls don't actually buy purple dildos. I feel like purple dildos is totally like a guy joke buying thing, you know?
No, they like only come in purple, pink, and
That's
very
not
rarely blue.
No. There's so many colors out there. But like the purple dildo is totally like a guy joke thing. Like fact checker says the majority are purple. I disagree. I feel like I mean the standard rabbits are like purple, but I feel like,
No, most of them are a purpley pink color, dude.
I mean I see more red and black and beige ones, but that's just me, I guess.
Where are you going?
to the dildo shop. Dildo Emporium.
The local dildo emporium, located on Broadway.
Uniformly, the sex toy company's representatives with whom I spoke with said blacks, purples, pinks, and blues top North America sales charts. Red, meanwhile, put people off, unless the red veered towards maroon or berry.
Thank you, fact checker.
That's weird.
That is a weird
Red put people
informational
off?
drop.
Because, like, the devil?
Look, I'm already embracing the devil. I can't be fucking him too, okay?
I still kind of don't believe this, but because I mean it's stupid. Now I'm gonna say you are the asshole, but I'm also gonna say she's also the asshole, and the dog's the asshole. Everybody
You're an
sucks
asshole.
here.
No, everybody sucks here except for the dog. The poor dog did not ask to be put in between your weird shit and then end up with a dildo in his mouth. Update.
Cody juices on my dishes.
What?
Oh my god, you don't know that?
No, what did you even just say?
It's there's I forget the context, but like there's somebody who was washing their dildo in the dishwasher, and like the mother or roommate, I forget what it was, but like found it and they were having a freak out and they were saying cootie juices on my dishes, but they were like
Cootie juices on my dishes.
like growling it like it's a lot, but it's hilarious.
Okay, hold on. I am going to finish reading this post and then I need to read you another post because it is exactly related to what you just said.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
To finish this one, update. This morning when I got up, I saw that my girlfriend did not actually throw out my fleshlight. She lied. I don't know why she did that. Either she didn't want me to use it anymore, even though I haven't used it in like 2 years, or she just wanted to annoy me, but whatever the case may be, it wasn't thrown out and she left it on my nightstand. Now I can't help but feel like the asshole for destroying one of her dildos, but how was I supposed to know, right? A lot of comments say I'm immature. I am, but hey, that's how you stay young and enjoy life. What?
No.
That's not how that works. Okay, immediately related to the dishwasher story you just told.
Yeah.
I put itching powder in my roommate's fleshlight.
You are the devil. You're not an asshole. You're the worst person ever. What the fuck?
Roommate was addicted to his fleshlight and would put it in the dishwasher. I
Who
tried to talk
cares?
to him about it many times. Nothing worked. Took matters into my own hands and it gave him an infection. He had to get circumcised and he thinks it's because of the
Jesus
dishwashing
Christ.
soap.
Jesus Christ.
I regret doing this. Edit. Let me address some of the major points and questions here. We live in a small flat with one bedroom. I never use the dishwasher. He turns it inside out when he puts it in. In the beginning,
Ugh.
he would leave it to soak in the bathroom sink. I vehemently protested, and as some have suspected here, I couldn't afford to move. He would leave it on or beside his bed after use, so I had this thing in my sight every time it was in our room. He'd use it while he thought I was sleeping too. He had poor hygiene to begin
Sorry,
with.
in our room?
Messy fella. Yeah, it's a one-bedroom apartment. They share a
Ugh.
building. He was coddled at home and his mom cleaned up after him. He'd come in it and just go to sleep without cleaning himself. We
What a
shared an
fucking
internet
monster.
package which would be depleted before the month ended because of his porn addiction. I tolerated this for 4 months because of my conflict avoidance issues and just couldn't be aggressive enough to address this issue. Throwing it away would have made things worse for me. As far as he's concerned, so like at this point, it's all his own doing. But the shameless slop was slopping in the middle of the night, and it was unbearable. He even took it with him when he would go home for weekends, and I'm sure he didn't wash it until he came back. He probably wouldn't have been able to hide his cleaning session from his parents. It took about 2 weeks for his dick to get bad enough that he went to the doctor. Even after the first itchy use, I noticed he was going to the bathroom a lot. He still used it a couple more times, which must have made it worse. He suspected that I might have used it and given him an STD through his
Fuck's
fleshlight because he
sake.
wasn't sleeping with anyone. Huh, who'd have guessed? I wasn't either, but apparently he needed to ask. He moved out at the end of the semester, and I only saw him on campus occasionally. Our parents met at church, and his mom is a devout Christian. Telling her crossed my mind, but that's a bitch move. She basically administrates all of his affairs and found out by something with a doctor's appointment. I wasn't there when the quote handover took place, but I know that she threw it away. She made him see a psychologist, and he had to go home every weekend, and my quality of life has drastically improved, and his too, so I hear. The itching powder was from a party store where you buy
Yeah,
outfits
I
and
know
gag gifts.
where the itching powder is from.
I know where the itching powder is from. Oh, it ends with anyways. Fuck you, Chris. Did Brittany post this?
Yes, clearly. This is fucking
Wild.
This is the wildest thing I've heard.
I was going to start this as our opener, but I'm glad it just sort of came up organically.
No, you couldn't have, because this would have just been the whole episode. This is currently the rest of the episode.
What else would you like to discuss in relation to this?
I mean, first of all, yes, you're the asshole. You're a big fucking asshole. Second, that guy is a monster. Somebody needs to put that dog down.
Not the one that ate the dildo, the one that's fucking the fleshlight.
I mean, it's probably the same person if I'm really thinking about it. Jesus Christ, these people.
Yeah, that was a pretty good
Ugh.
one. Of your
It's a lot. Like, it just kept going, and then I'm like, well, surely it's done. But
No,
then
and
it
then it kept
wasn't.
going and going and going.
Am I the asshole for telling my vegan friend who doesn't drink I'm tired of catering to her choices? I'm going to guess yes.
Oh, I was gonna say no, not the asshole.
I'm reading it again, and I actually think I agree.
With not the asshole
Because
or
she's
the
telling her
asshole?
vegan friend. I'm agreeing with you, is that she's an asshole for telling her vegan friend who doesn't drink that I'm tired of catering to her choices.
Yeah.
Uh,
Give me the
wow,
deets.
50 and 46.
What?
My friend Lauren is a vegan who doesn't drink. 50's not that old, I know. I'm
Oh, that's
sorry.
the ages. I thought you meant like votes. I was like, what?
My friend Lauren is a vegan who doesn't drink. All right, that's
We gathered from
normal,
the
I guess.
title.
That's awesome, and I have no issue with that. The problem is that she is part of a small group of friends who don't get out very often, but when we do, it always has to be limited due to Lauren's choices. We live in an area where our food choices suck to begin with, so we have to go to eat where she can be satisfied is very limited. There really isn't much to do otherwise at night. In addition, she gets upset when any one of us eats something that has obvious meat to it. For example, she doesn't say anything if we get a soup with chicken or something, but if we ordered a hamburger, it would cause drama.
Oh my
Then she
god.
doesn't drink, which is no big deal, but she will then send us videos on the harmful effects of alcohol if we get a drink or two with each dinner. It has gotten on my nerves, to say the least. It's been a while now, so I'm done with everyone catering to her needs. I have tried inviting everyone to specific places and invite Lauren as well. Then she puts into a group chat, hey ladies, since I can't eat at X, why don't we go to Y? Then of course the other ones decide we should go to Y instead. I have backed off going out because I don't want to spend money on food that sucks. Remember, it's vegan, not vegetarian, so it's very limiting and is expensive, or have my intelligence questioned by sending me shit about the effects of alcohol as if we are not beyond old enough to know, or Google it. I barely drink anyway, but enjoy a glass or two every so often. She asked why I keep bailing on her, so I told her, I respect your choices, but by the very nature of them, they have limited mine, being that I don't have the ability to go out often or nor unlimited funds. I am only going to go when I know the entire experience will be what I want. Fair. So if I'm in the mood for a steak and a vodka tonic, I want to have them in a relaxed atmosphere, and that obviously bugs you. If I'm in the mood for a salad and water, I will gladly join you. A little fucking sarcastic and passive aggressive. I will gladly join you, or we could just hang out at the beach when we have time during the day. She didn't like that. She said that isn't what friendship is about, and I should enjoy the company enough not to care. I told her that I understood, and I would gladly hang out with her when food or drink isn't in question because it's too expensive not to enjoy it. She said that there isn't nothing else to do around here. Then I asked if it's okay, if it's just about friends, then maybe she can eat first and then join us sometime, and others can go where they want. She then told me that she's not going to sit around watching people eat meat. I said, okay, I get it. Then, and you need to get that I'm not catering to your needs because I'm each time I'm free to hang out. I later got a text from a mutual friend that Lauren was upset, but she agreed with me because she was tired of the same shit. Of course, this friend doesn't like conflict, so she just listened to Lauren. Am I the asshole? No.
No, and also your friend and the if I touch them they're real boob lady should hang out. I feel like they'd get along.
I mean, yeah, it's hypocrisy. Like, what was the line in here where she said about like,
I'm gonna send you videos on why drinking is bad is fucking insanity.
but it's when the friend said that isn't what friendship is about, and I should just enjoy the company enough not to care. It's just like, okay, ditto. You should fucking,
Yeah,
if you enjoy hanging out with me, I should fucking be able to eat a burger and not have to deal with your bullshit.
yeah, exactly. Then fucking let me eat food in front of you and we can all move on with our goddamn lives. Holy shit.
All right, your turn. Give me one.
Am I the asshole for telling my friend that I've accidentally been sleeping with her fiance? No, listen to the
No.
words that I just said. Am I
Okay.
the asshole for telling my friend that I've accidentally been sleeping with her fiance?
Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that this person has a friend and maybe they haven't met their fiance, but then they're having a one night stand and they found out, like, oh, this is actually so and so. Oh, and then they told them, which is
This
something
is
I'd want to know.
Yeah, no, of course. This is just a wild title.
It's pretty wild, but like it's specific enough and I believe it.
All right, the deets. Whoo boy, that's a hell of a title, I'm aware. I don't really know how to start this, so I'll just get into it. I'll preface this by saying that I'm a 22 male, very, very gay. I was in high school when I met this friend, and she was
Oh
the
shit.
cool older kid the year above me. I think he's talking about the girl. For all intents and purposes, we'll call her Sienna. She's 23. Now, after high school, I went to an out of state college while Sienna went to a local university. We kind of lost touch other than the obligatory happy birthday, Merry Christmas texts. So you can imagine my surprise when I got a text from my mom a few months ago saying that a wedding invitation from Sienna has gotten delivered to my parents' house. Sure enough, a quick text to the lucky lady confirmed that she was getting married. Her longtime partner, we'll call quote unquote Marcus, 25, had finally proposed. A summer wedding right in my hometown, right when I and some of our other friends would be back in town from university. I was invited to one of the pre wedding girls' nights because my life is that of the two dimensional comic relief gay side character, I guess. And we
Womp
got
womp.
wasted. Like the kind of drunk where logic isn't even in the same dimension. So when the topic of other people in the hashtag Girl Squad's relationships came up, like the genius I was, I whipped out my phone to show them the hot guy I've been hooking up with as just a dumb summer fling.
Uh
Turned out to
oh.
be Marcus. um, Rightfully so. Sienna lost her shit. Fair, no criticism from me. But then she turned on me and started blaming me for, quote, ruining her wedding. For clarification, because I'm sure this will come up in the comments, no, the wedding invitation did not have any photos on it. It was one of those minimalist designs with over the top calligraphy. That's it. Her socials
Yep.
only feature her. I had no way of knowing what he looked like. I don't
Yep, fair.
personally think I was at fault, but here is where I think I messed up. I very loudly to the entire club drunkenly said, "It's not my fault your cheating fiance likes getting his back blown out, Sienna."
Okay, that's probably the part that was
You're the
wrong.
asshole.
I
I
was gonna say no, 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 but I'm like, well,
No, 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 but a little
a
bit
bit,
yes.
a bit harsh, hon.
Yeah, I feel absolutely awful. I don't want to be the other woman, technically guy, but you get it. And I certainly don't want to hurt a friend like that. I've tried apologizing 1,000 times, but she's not interested in talking to me, which I totally get. When confronted, he confessed to not only hooking up with me, but also 8 different guys over the course of their 4-year
Yeah,
relationship.
man.
The
If you're
wedding has
if you're
been called
cheating on your
off.
fiance for a
Whew.
guy, then it's not just one guy.
It's always 8. Where
Yeah.
there is one gay man, there is 8 gay men. Check your closets, kids.
And
A
not the
little bit
asshole
asshole, but mostly
until
no.
the
You
end,
didn't
and then like
cause.
you didn't have to say it like that. You didn't have to, like, first of all, like, look, okay, if I were in this position, I would have let her be mad because she was going to be mad. She needs a target. She needs something. Like, she's feeling rage and she's going to lash out and find the first thing that is attached to that anger and latch onto it and be angry at that. That's unfortunately you. And like, you kind of have to be like, just let her do it. And then, she'll get over it and go, okay, that guy's a piece of shit. And I'm sorry if she's a responsible, mature person, but she's in this fucking rage state and that's going to happen.
Yeah, well, and there's also the whole proverb, kill the messenger. And similar to some other famous quotes, that one's not complete, where there's a second half to it. It's kill the messenger, kill him twice if he has been inside your man.
So wait, we're not supposed to kill the messenger?
No, I was saying the proverb is that if he's fucked your man, kill him twice.
I need to call the post office.
Oh no. What did you do?
Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend because she literally told me she would chest on me if I took a new job?
What?
Oh, I think he meant to put cheat, not chest. She would cheat on me if I took a new job.
You read the title. And my brain instantly thought of, like, she would take a shit
Shitting
on
on
my
her.
chest.
Yes, yeah.
I was like, that can't be what that's called. It can't be called chesting someone. That's fucking stupid.
No, isn't it like
Uh,
what is it? It's
Cleveland steamer.
no, it's what am I thinking of?
Franklin Falls.
I don't know why my mind was like I asked my mind palace, what is the term I'm looking for? And it gave me spaghetti oompless, and I'm like, that can't possibly be anything.
Watch, you're gonna Google spaghetti oompless on Urban
Fact
Dictionary,
checker.
and it's gonna be like when you shit on somebody's chest, but you've just had spaghettios.
Fact checker. Google spaghetti oompless.
How do you spell oompless? Is it 2 O's or a U with an umlaut?
I assume it's like Oompa Loompa, but LES.
Oh fuck.
No,
I'm sorry. What?
salad toss. That's what I was thinking. No, that's just a rim job.
No, that's what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what term was I looking for.
Fact
I don't
checker.
have it. It's
What is
over.
it called when you poop on someone's chest?
Fact checker.
Bitterman. Get the large top. She's coming over to chesty me.
Fact checker. Fetch me a Reuben. Toasted. No crusts. Showing results for spaghetti pimples. Search instead for spaghetti oompless.
Brittany has becometh Google.
It's a dark world we live in. Anyway.
Google spaghetti oompless. Oh, fuck.
1984.
Right.
They're pushing us down.
I'm sorry. What the fuck was the question?
Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend because she literally told me she would cheat on me if I took a new job?
No, she would chest on him if he took a new job.
I mean, I'm gonna say no.
No, I would say no, not at all.
Look, there's a billion every time I see like this, am I the asshole for breaking
Cleveland
up?
Steamer was right. Fuck you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. I knew it was. I didn't know that was for question. I was looking for a different term.
Oh, then my sincerest apologies.
Well, I mean, my sincerest apologies too for not actually listening to you.
Thank you.
I read somewhere that
appreciate that.
I read somewhere that with ADHD comes like a certain level of narcissism too. And at first I'm like, well, I'm not narcissistic. But then the longer I was thinking about it, the more I'm like, there's a lot of times where I like to talk about my shit. And then when other people talk to me about their shit, I kind of sometimes tune out. And I do feel bad about it.
Sometimes.
Back to the question at hand. I don't... Is anytime I see like one of these, like, is it wrong if I break up with somebody because of X? And the answer is kind of no. It's
kind of always no. You can really break up with someone for any reason.
You can break up with anybody for any reason, and that's true. Like, and I feel like that's kind of the thing here is if your girlfriend, God, I'm kind of hot. If your girlfriend said
that's
that
if you narcissism took this... coming through, isn't it?
No, it's my temperature narcissism. Because the girlfriend said she literally told me she would cheat on me if I took a new job. Then that means she's awful.
Yeah, I mean she
that
sucks,
should never be.
Dude.
If the ultimatum is like, I'm gonna gaslight you and be a piece of shit generally, like
her ultimatum could be, I'm gonna break up with you if you take another job, which is a different thing to unpack. But I'm gonna cheat on you if you take another job is a wildly different.
We are tabling this question because Fact Checker has presented
so much information right now.
Fact Checker has found all of the synonyms for a Cleveland steamer.
I like how one of the synonyms for Cleveland steamer is a Cleveland steamer.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's spelled differently, maybe.
It is.
It is.
It's spelled, there's Cleveland and then there's Cleveland.
This is the terms for poop on chest in Urban Thesaurus. Some of these are blurred out, and I kind of don't want to know. What?
Can we take turns? Read the first one under Cleveland steamer.
So we have Erga Baba.
Harley donkey.
This one's I don't know what that is because it's blurred out. I'm gonna go to the next one. Doo doo. That's just doo doo.
Stanley steamer.
Joey Howard.
Poop necklace.
Dame Blanche.
Not to be confused with Dame Judi Dench. Suburban mudslide. That one's funny.
Dane Cook.
Al Gore surprise.
Canary surprise.
Oh, sloppy swardsman.
Jamaican corn dog.
That one's so good. Boston pound cake.
That's just crap. I don't like that.
Hot call.
Ganira high dive.
What the fuck? Reggie Jackson.
Diarrhea.
Winnie the Poop.
Moobs.
That can't be right.
No.
Then it's blurry again, so I'm moving to the next one. Turkish leaf blower.
And then Dookie.
Chili dog.
Tide Man.
Dirty chainsaw.
Suicide bomb.
Which one was your favorite?
I think I'm going to go with probably Jamaican corn dog.
I'm glad you picked that one because I kind of thought you would. I'm stuck between.
There's some racial undertones there, I know, but like.
No, I'm also picking one with racial undertones. I'm stuck between Turkish leaf blower and sloppy swardsman.
Actually, no. I think I like Al Gore surprise. There's something magical about that one.
Do you think it's good for the environment?
No. No, it's not. Not even a little. What?
What the fuck is fact checker saying?
Yeah, they just said unblurred, not as exciting as I hoped. When you poop on a MILF's chest, then have poopy sex with the breasts, preferably having her kids watching. What?
That's the definition.
The definition for what?
What the fuck?
Which one? The Jamaican one. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Oh, please click on them to see the definition. You have to click on them.
Anyway, I think that this person's not the asshole
Oh.
for breaking up with his girlfriend.
No, definitely you're not the asshole for breaking up with your girlfriend. What are the details of this?
I know this is going to come across as first world problems. I'm currently at a job where I earn about $250,000 a year. Noise. I have an opportunity for a job where I get $640,000 a year. Noise, sir. The caveat being that the new job is overseas. I'll be gone for 4 months at a time instead of 4 weeks at a time. My girlfriend is unhappy. She says that she doesn't want me gone for that long, that she will get lonely. I tried to explain that I will only be doing this job for 1 or 2 years, and that the money I make will set us up for a bright future. We can pay off all of our debts, we can buy a house, we can travel on my off time. By the way, those plans never pan out. You just keep doing it because you need more money, because you need more money, because you need more money. That's just how it is. She then said that she doesn't care about any of that, and that if I'm gone for that long, she might need company. I didn't understand at first, and I said that we could get a dog since she's been wanting to get one. She said she meant human company.
I hear he'll eat dildos. He's recently needed to be rehomed.
She said that she meant human company. I said that she had lots of company at work and at school, and she was welcome to use our place to socialize all she wanted. She then spelled it out because I was too stupid to think that she was a decent human being. She said that she wasn't going to go out for months without sex. I said I completely understand and broke up with her. She's going crazy right now. She's at her sister's house and calling me, texting me constantly, saying that I misunderstood and that she would never cheat on me. Like I said, I'm gone for a month at a time now, so I'm pretty sure she's been lonely before. I can't trust her, and I'm not going to try and build a future with someone who can't think about plans. A tiny bit so asshole. There's a tiny bit asshole here because you're just like, oh well, she's already cheating. She's a cheating whore. Like, calm down, bro.
Yeah. Also, like, not. She approached the situation the wrong way, but you can't just sort of like throw out that I'm going to take a job where I'm gone for several months in a row without consulting your significant other if you want to keep that relationship.
Yeah, if your relationship matters, you communicate. That's kind of the that's kind of the whole point of a relationship.
Sort of the whole basis of success.
Like, if you want a relationship where you're the boss and your other person does whatever you want, then buy a fleshlight and a dog. I don't know.
Yeah. Simple solutions.
Don't involve another person in there.
I would go with, for the context of what you're asking, you're not the asshole, because no, you're not an asshole for breaking up with her because you want to, take this job, and these are the terms and conditions she's laid before you.
But I do
But
feel like you're kind of an asshole
you're
elsewhere.
definitely an asshole in this situation, because just assuming that she'd be down for a life where you're gone for several months at a time is pretty presumptuous, and then expecting her to be cool with that without even having a conversation really is a dick move.
All right, you want to do one more?
Am I the asshole to divorce my husband and leave him with the kid after finding out I'm not biologically the mom?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah. I think they meant if I divorce. Am I the asshole if I divorce my husband and leave him with the kid after finding out I'm not biologically the mom?
But wouldn't you know? Can't
Y-
you, like, I don't
I
know.
want you to know that I scrolled to the comments to just because I didn't want to read the story because I was very intrigued. So I scrolled to the comments just to see if it was the first person being like, ha ha ha, funny joke. This is a real post.
Is the child not marked by your muff fragrance? I mean,
Uh,
technically, I guess it could be like you did, IVF or in vitro fertilization, test tube baby, blah, blah, blah. But then why wouldn't it be your DNA? Is the question. What? I don't understand any of this. Oh, you need to bring context right now.
you need to bring the context right now.
Context.
Ugh. All right. I can't believe my life has come to this.
Yeah, me neither.
All I ever do is go out of my way to help others, but on the few occasions I need help, nobody ever comes through for me. Okay.
Okay.
I, 36 female, have been with my husband, 35 male, for almost 10 years, married for 7. We had what I thought was Oh my God. We had what I thought was my child by surrogate over 2 years ago because after 4 years of trying to conceive with no success despite medical interventions, it turns out I am unable to carry a child to term. I had always wanted to be a mom. Devastated is an understatement regarding how I felt when I found out. I have a medical condition that would make it nearly impossible to carry a baby to term. It was even more upsetting when I had to get a major surgery to remove uterine growths with the hope to increase fertility and decrease complications during surgery warranted a partial hysterectomy involving removal of my uterus.
Babe.
I still
Babe.
had
Babe. It's not yours.
Okay, wait, hold on.
It's
I still had my ovaries, so we started looking into cost of a surrogate. It is really expensive. My close friend since college, who'd already had 2 kids of her own, offered to serve as a surrogate for a cut down cost. After 2
oof.
disappointing IVF sessions that did not result in pregnancy, she became pregnant on the 3rd try and carried a boy to term for us. Okay, so they're taking her egg and his sperm and sticking it into her baby maker, her baby oven, is what's happening here, if anybody else isn't following. I was so happy and busy after the birth between being a mom and returning to work after 4 weeks parental leave that I didn't notice any warning signs. I should have noticed the red flags and warnings earlier but did not because I was so exhausted from working so much at my stressful job and the 2 part time jobs to cover most of the bills and anticipated medical and legal costs associated with this friend becoming our surrogate. I was the primary breadwinner. My friend and my husband started talking more, and I would sometimes come home from my weekend job to find her already hanging out at our house when my husband was there. I chalked
Hmm.
it up as innocuous, and it's good for her to know my husband better since she was in the process of hopefully carrying our child for us. I was grateful to have someone helping us have a child. I also thought it weird that our son has brown eyes when both of us have blue. Then I found out that while this is uncommon, it's possible sometimes due to many genes controlling eye color.
Gotta check them
Recent,
Punnett squares.
Recently, it all came to a head when I took our son to a doctor's appointment and they did metabolic panel and blood tests which showed that he had a blood type that is not biologically possible to have with me as his mother. He's B positive, I'm A positive, my husband's O positive.
Oh shit.
Immediately, I started worrying it was the fertility clinic's fault and that they'd messed up and implanted a wrong embryo. I started lining up lawyer consultations to possibly sue the clinic and looked into having a DNA parentage test done. The test results showed that I'm not the mother, but my husband is still the father. I was heartbroken and angrier than ever. Talked to lawyers about medical malpractice in the fertility clinic we used. Then my husband confessed that he'd slept with my friend, our surrogate, on a few different occasions during our struggle for her to get pregnant with our embryos. This
Oof.
means what I thought was our son, conceived by IVF and carried with a surrogate, isn't my son at all, and was in fact conceived the old fashioned way, which I can't ever do. Livid and absolutely broken at the same time doesn't even begin to describe how I feel! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I have been breaking down into crying spells over and over again about this. He claims he didn't ever think pregnancy could result. What? He claims he didn't ever think pregnancy could result because he pulled out and he had always assumed that he was the reason for our earlier struggles to conceive, both before my
Jesus
hysterectomy and
Christ.
during IVF insemination. Holy shit.
Dude.
I felt immediate triple betrayal from what was supposed to be my husband, my friend, and now knowing that my child isn't really mine. I had such white hot rage and delirium, I immediately left home and stayed at a hotel for almost a week before asking my parents to let me stay at their home for a while. I admit I left our son with him. I'm now filing for divorce because he cheated and betrayed me in the worst way possible. I've also cut off my friendship with my quote friend, the quote surrogate, and feel afraid to trust anyone else now. I've seen a divorce lawyer about giving up any legal rights to this kid so I don't have to face such betrayal or owe child support. Oh my god. My husband and friend surrogate, quote, friend surrogate, end quote, admit they were wrong and keep apologizing, but also called me immature and heartless to just give up on my son like that. My parents also
Not
say
your
I can't
son,
just,
so
yeah, it's not your fucking kid. My parents also say I can't just give up on a kid that I went through so many legal and medical hoops to have. It's not yours, though.
yeah, it's
You paid this person money to carry your egg to term, and that is not what happened. When I told them I refused to stay in a cheater marriage and that I'd rather adopt someday with a better, more trustworthy partner, they also told me I was wrong and that maintaining my parental rights isn't much different than if I adopted outright. They said it isn't, but then you have to deal with this person for the rest of your fucking life that cheated on you and his legal mother.
yeah, it's not worth it, and the kid's going to suffer for it too. Like
Yes.
you may not you may try your best to like let it go with the kid, but like there will always be like a deep-seated resentment you'll have.
Yeah, well, and if you feel that way, don't be involved in that child's life.
Agreed.
They're
It's
all about me divorcing my cheater husband, but keep telling me I'm making a mistake with giving up parental rights. Some of my other friends agree with what I'm doing. A few
it's because they
admitted they
just want
would.
grandkids. Fucking crazy fucking
Yeah,
these
probably,
people.
actually. Oh my god! Ah! Holy fuck!
Is there a spider on Rachel?
A spider just crawled out and over my hand!
Oh wow, I called it.
Fuck you! Jesus!
What kind of spider?
Oh! A big, ugly brown one with too many legs.
8 or 9?
Yes!
9 is too many legs for a spider.
No, fuck me. I don't want to touch my desk. It's sitting under my fucking noise. Uh,
Did you not kill it?
no, I am trying to recover emotionally from its existence. It's sitting under the fucking noise canceling foam, and I don't know how to get to it without it
Taunting
running
you.
away. Ah, okay, hold on. I have to go get a shoe. I'll be right back.
Jesus. Just use your hand. Jesus Christ, is it a spider or an Elden Ring boss? What the fuck?
All right, I did count his legs before I killed him, and I want you to know he had 5 on one side and 3 on the other.
Isn't that 8? Isn't that normal?
Yes, but 5 on one side, 3 on the other.
Yeah, but if you have like 2 legs for arms and 2 arms for legs, you're normal, man. You just have an ass for a head.
Oh god, that was so creepy. He touched my hands.
Straight up raw dogged you.
Yeah, he did. I can still feel him scuttling across my fingers.
Side note, I love that like raw dog has like evolved from sex
Just
without
public
condom to
use.
just
Anytime you just sort of go for shit. Anytime you're just sort of doing something, you're raw dogging.
yeah, it's like that that has a bad meaning, but okay, sure. Anyway, not the asshole.
No, you're super so far from the asshole. That's not your child. You're not fucking owed anything. Don't be in that kid's life, because you aren't gonna be good to that kid.
Like, you're going to suffer for it. Your kid's going to. I mean, that kid's going to suffer for it. There's no winning in this except for not playing. That's it.
Dude, what a wild way to start a family. Mommy, how'd you meet Daddy? Well, I was trying to get pregnant with my last wife,
And
and
then,
this,
well,
and then I didn't pull out, and you
together for
happened.
10 years too. What a fucking piece of
Yeah,
shit.
what a fucking asshole. Ugh.
Anyway, how about some music? Let's tune this bitch up.
Oh god, that was horrifying.
Yes, we get it, spiders.
I don't like spiders.
Nobody likes spiders.
It's different. It's different, Gamage.
Okay.
Welcome to Rachel's Traumatized by Spiders, but we're going to talk about music now. My suggestion for the week is a song called, Gamage, have you ever heard of this?
I haven't.
Blonde Boys by Syndago.
Oh, that's the song. Syndago? Why does that sound familiar?
Syndago.
Isn't that Syndago?
Maybe. I read it as Syndago. I don't know.
I don't know what I wanna. I don't know what I wanna do.
Like in life?
Like no song. I guess I'll talk about 8 songs, but recommend one. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'll talk about 8 songs, but recommend one.
I don't want to. I mean, I like the new Brat album, but I don't. Everybody's listening to it, so that's not.
The what album?
Brat, Charlie XCX's new album. It's fucking everywhere. You haven't heard this one?
No.
Then in that case, I think I'll just recommend that. The new album Brat. It's literally everybody but Rachel's listening to it. I'm gonna recommend. There's a lot of good songs in there, a lot of popular songs, but I'm actually gonna recommend Apple. Is I think my favorite.
That's your top?
Apple is my favorite song off the album. Yes.
Adding it to my list.
I mean, I only heard about it after I saw like a tweet of Chappell Roan holding the album in like a Walmart because she's buying it. Dude, it's crazy. Do you know who Sabrina Carpenter is?
I have heard of her. I don't know if I've actually really like listened to her. You know what I mean? I've
listened to her stuff. It's okay, but like it's crazy because I did not know who Sabrina Carpenter was. And basically she's everywhere right now. And I'm like, who's this bitch? Is she like an industry plant? I've never heard of her before.
Yeah,
Why is she popular?
I hear people reference her, and I'm like, I have no metric for who the fuck this is.
But no, she's been making music for years. She's literally just like, it's just like Chappell Roan, who's been making music for years. So it's like I was experiencing the same thing that a lot of other people experienced every time I brought up Chappell. It's kind of funny.
That's wild.
Yeah, she's been around. She's been making music. It's basically like the comeuppance of these two. So it's kind of cool. I mean, her music isn't bad, but it doesn't really touch me that way.
Is she the one having a baby with Robert Pattinson?
Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah, he's having a baby with had a baby. Suki Waterhouse, that's who it is.
Isn't that the bitch from True Blood?
No, she's some musician.
Oh no, that's Sookie Stackhouse.
Coachella, and I thought she was like just aight.
I was thinking of Sookie Stackhouse. Man, what are the odds? That's weird. Okay, those are our song recommendations.
I like how they're both House as their
I know.
last
Yeah,
names,
Sookie
too.
blank House.
Think she did that on purpose.
Probably. He's a big True Blood fan.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe. I actually don't know. I'm making up shit about celebrities again. I really love doing that.
No, I like when you make up shit about celebrities. It's okay.
I'll apologize for it next time, or maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't care. Thank you for listening to our show. If you have a rash in the shape of Iowa, then retweet it to us, please.
You have to say it like that, though. I have a rash in the shape of Iowa. Kind of like you're stubbing your toe mid-sentence. Thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard or you just fucking hate us, please like, subscribe, download, comment. Honestly, comment. That's the thing. Leave your hateful comments about Iowa. On whatever
Raw
your most
dog the comment
favoriteest.
section.
Yeah, raw dog our comment section on whatever your most favoriteest podcasting place is. If you want us to talk about a thing or suggest some music or tell us more about why we shouldn't hate Iowa, please email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's woodpa@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home. Fact checker posts delightful I don't know what words were gonna come out of my mouth next.
Narwhals.
Fact checker make good post. People laugh. Or you can find us on Woodpa at Blue Sky. If you hit that little like back 15 seconds button, you'll hear me spell it again. Because I don't want to do it twice.
But in case, like, it might not be 15 seconds, so just, like, rewind to the beginning and listen to us again.
Yeah, just listen all
What
the
the
way
fuck
through.
else do you have going on today, right?
Let's be real, y'all. If you're listening to us, you don't have anything else going on.
Yeah,
Go
are
back
you
to
at
the
the
beginning.
DMV and you're listening to this to pass the time? You have another 2 hours.
Yeah, you got time. Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home. Look, we rewound it for you. We're just going to repeat everything.
Yeah, we'll just reopen all the tabs that I just closed so I can read them again.
Yes.
Am I the asshole for eating a steak sandwich outside of an abortion clinic?
Am I the asshole for making fun of Robert Pattinson's baby mama because her name sounds like vampires?
Am I the asshole for dressing up in a gorilla suit and then savagely beating my roommate to an inch of their life?
Am I the asshole for farting in an elevator even though I knew 2 other people were in there?
Am I the asshole for going back in time and mooning Hitler?
Am I the asshole for stealing the ball drop ball from New York and then stopping this next year from coming?
Am I the asshole for peeing in a jar of mayonnaise?
Am I the asshole for drinking pee out of a jar of mayonnaise?
Where were we?
Welcome to Rachel Saw a Spider and we have new tunes at home. Something, 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 blonde boys, something, 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 Chapel Roan ate an apple in a Walmart. Thank you for listening.
Am I the asshole for poop in a bag?
Am I the asshole for leaving a Cleveland steamer?
Am I the asshole for taking a marker to my girlfriend and then calling her a dumb slut, but she deserved it?
Am I the asshole for drawing a beard on my sleeping friend even though he's allergic to the Sharpie that I used?
Am I the asshole for using those Listerine breath strips, but like I made clothes out of them instead?
Am I the asshole for using those Listerine breath strips, but I put them on my butthole to sanitize it instead?
We call that the Arctic kiss. Can you spin a fucking wheel?
Arctic kiss is so good. Do you think polar bears do the Arctic kiss?
I don't think polar bears have access to Listerine strips. You fucking
You don't
daffy
know
bitch.
that.
Well,
When they kill Arctic explorers, you think they don't have fucking Listerine breath strips on them?
no.
Well, find me proof.
People
Next
usually
week, we'll
don't.
be tackling the illustrious and fine art of whether polar bears use Listerine on their buttholes. Not really. Pop culture, motherfucker. Welcome back to The Neverending Story, Part 5. Not really. I'd fucking...
Yeah, we're gonna make a new
I
movie
can't
in
do
our
that.
backyard and then review it as the new
that
and
would
Neverending
be
Story.
so good.
Pull the plug.
I've been off-brand Rachel.
I've been off-brand Gamage. Thank you for listening to We Have That podcast
At home. Love you so much. Thank you for enduring this for one more week with us. We'll be back soon. Bye-bye.